Hey, everybody, it's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. And it is Wednesday, November 22nd, the day before Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? We got a lot to talk about today, and Bud's with me. Yeah? Do you hear that? It's Out of Touch by Hall and Oates. Philly group. The reason I'm playing this is there's some sad news out there. Hall is suing Oates. Yes. Can you believe it? Paul is suing Oates. We don't know why, although because it's a sealed thing in Nashville, where Paul brought the lawsuit, but they think it's about some sort of breach of contract or something like that. It's sad to see because these guys aren't spring chickens. You know, Paul is 77, Oates is 75. And they're fighting or squabbling. Apparently, they haven't played together for a whole year, which is unusual for Hall and Oates because they're usually all around. You know, they do Hoagie Fest here in Philly. They're always, they're playing down in Atlantic City. They're playing at Keswick Theater. They're all over the world, really. Hall and Oates is the best selling duo in history. And it's really sad to hear that these guys are feuding, you know. Apparently, Hall is in Japan right now with Todd Rundgren, another local guy from Upper Darby. And that's fine, but it's not Hall and Oates. It's not Hall and Rundgren. You can't even say it. It doesn't even come off the tongue. Hall and Rundgren. And Oates apparently has put out some records on his own, which is fine. He was at the my local Colonial Theater, I don't know, last year or something. But it's just sad that these guys, they're not children. What are you acting like children? Get along. Jesus. We need Hall and Oates more than ever, you know? And these guys are feuding. It just makes me mad, you know? But he doesn't care. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's hard to believe it's almost Thanksgiving. That, I tell you what, it just seems like Halloween, right? When the kids were out trick-or-treated. It kind of just seems like Labor Day was just here, you know? The Phillies are still playing baseball. But Thanksgiving, a lot of good memories about Thanksgiving, you know? Family dinners. I mean, that's what's nice about this holiday. Family, you know? No presents, no pressure, buying things. It's just a very family-oriented holiday. Kids come back from college, relatives come over, and you all break bread together, if not turkey. But, and feast, football, that's Thanksgiving, giving thanks to God, of course, for everything that we have, right? That's the true meaning of Thanksgiving. And but I mean, turkey, okay. Me, I'm a dark meat guy. I don't I like white meat. It's not bad. You know what I like white meat? Sandwiches. That's the cool thing about Thanksgiving. The leftovers. Alexa, stop. Jeez. I don't know if you guys had problem with Alexa or not. I brought this up a little bit. She was just, they don't make the robots anymore. You ask her to play one freaking song, and she plays 20. And not only the artist that you ask, but everything under the sun. I asked her to add something to a playlist I have, and she spews all kinds of figures and numbers that I don't know what's wrong with her. I think I know Amazon laid off a lot of people who work on Alexa, improved her. You could tell the difference. She's not as good as when we got her. I have Alexa since 2015, maybe 8 years. She's not as good. Too many commercials on her, too many ads. Everything is, well, and she tries to pitch stuff to you like, well, if you like that, why don't you try this? I'll add a free subscription, 10-day subscription for you. She's just, anyway, Thanksgiving. It's a nice holiday. I'm appreciating Thanksgiving more and more as I grow older and older. I'm in my 108th year. I appreciate Thanksgiving more and more because it is a family holiday. I miss my family, those who have departed. I miss them. But then you think, then there's always new friends and family coming into their life, new babies, new dogs, right? To kind of fill in, but I do remember Thanksgiving of old, and my mom used to make, of course, the big turkey, and it would be simmering. You could smell it overnight, and it was like, Then stuffing's my favorite. Cranberry sauce. I'm not into mashed potatoes. I don't like that crap. The green bean casserole, you can have it. I don't want it. No. I like the basic dark meat turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, bud, and then dessert. Pumpkin pie, of course, is Thanksgiving. Apple pie is Thanksgiving. Those are the major staples. I don't get into this mincemeat pie crap. Don't get it. Anyway, it's a nice holiday. And then there's football. How can we forget football? And there's more football than ever. I mean, there's the annual game in Detroit, and the Lions have a really good team this year. They're playing the Packers tomorrow, so that's a classic matchup. And then the 4:30 game, you've got the stinking rotten Dallas Cowboys playing the Washington Commanders or whatever it's called. And then you even have a night game. The 49ers, who will be coming into Philadelphia in a couple of weeks, are playing Seattle. West Coast game out there. So you've got football all day long, college football. Then don't forget Black Friday. You've got all kinds of sports shit going on. So it's a good weekend. And of course the Eagles play on Sunday against Buffalo. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so enjoy your weekend. One thing I have to mention before I go. Today is 60 years since JFK, John F. Kennedy, was assassinated. Can you believe that? 60 years today at about 12:30 our time, Eastern Standard Time. Shot. I remember it. 60 years ago. I do. They call it these things that you remember and you can never forget, these special events or moments in your life. They call it like flashbulb memory. I do remember it. I remember I think I was home with a fracture, and my mom was outside hanging clothes. Back in those days, people hung clothes outside, and she came in, and I was the one to break the news to her because it came over the TV. I think she had a soap opera on TV, as the world turns or some damn thing, and they broke into the show, special report, bulletin. That's always scary when you see special report come up with something's happened, something major. And I think it was Walter Cronkite came on, or one of those old guys, Howard K. Smith, David Brinkley, I forget. And they said Kennedy was shot at the time, they didn't know how bad he was, how bad. They just said he shot in Dallas, blah, blah, blah. And from then on, you had nothing but coverage that whole weekend, you know. And if you remember back in those days, they didn't have cable. They just had three basic networks, and Channel 12, which is our Channel 12, PBS, and UHF stations. But there was no cable, and TV wasn't even 24 hours. It was, it would go off like after midnight. You would see this test pattern, and they would play the national anthem and the test pattern, and think, it would be nothing on there. It was amazing. But for 3 days, the country was in mourning, and I couldn't believe it. And really, it did back in those days. It wasn't like it is now, when it was such a divided country. Sure, you had Democrats and Republicans, sure, but things weren't as nasty and personal as they are now. And I think everybody mourned, because Kennedy was young and vital, and he encompassed everything about America that he wanted. He had the dream of going to the moon, America first, putting a man on the moon. And when he was killed, a lot of Americans' hopes went down the drain, because here was a young guy who was shot and killed, and now what? LBJ took over, and you looked at him like he was this whole guy, and it was just really hard to accept, and really tough to get over for a long time. But that weekend was it was brutal, because then they had the funeral. And I remember one thing, maybe you do too. Pete Rozelle was the commissioner of the NFL back then, and they played the games on that Sunday. JFK was assassinated on Friday. They played the football games on Sunday after thinking about not doing it. And Rozelle said after that, it was the worst decision he ever made to let the games go on. They should have canceled them, postponed them, but he didn't. And that always haunted him after that, But it was really a sad, depressing time to be living through here in America. Because you had the thing with Khrushchev and the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was a very uncertain time. People didn't know if the world was going to end. And then you had Kennedy getting killed, and it was just it was just a scary time to be alive. But I do remember it very well. I don't remember what I had for breakfast today, but no, I'm just kidding. But I do remember that, and I'm sure a lot of people who were alive 60 years ago today do remember that. So rest in peace, JFK. I remembered it. Yes, it was 1969. That's right. So it was a good 6 years after that we went on a cross-country trip to California to visit my Uncle Steve. And it was like the Griswolds. Remember the Griswolds and Family Vacation? We had a station wagon that we packed up, and we went on this cross-country tour, and it was 3 weeks. It was a lot of fun. But I remember on the way back, we took the southern route back to the United States. We came up the East Coast, and one of our last stops before hitting home was Washington, D.C. It's the one and only time I've been in Washington. I haven't been in Washington since 1969. Can you believe it? And one place that we visited was Kennedy's grave. And he's got in Arlington National Cemetery, he's got the eternal flame burning there. And that was, I still remember that too. That was a really big thing. Yeah, big thing. So anyway, Well, everybody, please have a nice, happy Thanksgiving. It should be a time for uh, reflection and being thankful for what you have. The world sucks sometimes. We all know that. But when you look at your own life and you look at the positive things, you say, you know what? I'm thankful for what I do have, It could always be worse. That's the way I look at it. And I'm thankful for having a roof over our head and it's enough to eat. Right? That's things could always be worse. So uh everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Uh I'm not sure if I'll pop one tomorrow. I might in the morning. I might pop one, talk a little football or something. Yeah, but if I don't see you till Friday, Black Friday, huh? How many of you guys are going to be out there shopping? Not me, not me. We used to do that, and that's craziness. Because a lot of people do their shopping online. Then cyber this, cyber that. And I gotta admit, I do too. But there's nothing like going out and supporting your small businesses this time of the year and going to the mall because you soak up that Christmas atmosphere, the music, the trees, the lights. You can't get that online, right? So at least once or twice during the Christmas season, whether we need anything or not, we usually go out and go look at the Christmas lights, go to the mall, walk around a little bit, soak up the atmosphere, right? And it makes it feel more like Christmas. So, all right, everybody. Well, think about it. After tomorrow, the Christmas season starts, and we're going to be bombarded with Christmas commercials. And we are already. Christmas music, which I don't really start listening to until Thanksgiving. So let it begin. Let it begin. Let the festivities begin. And you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Everybody said, don't eat too much turkey. Oh, did you hear this on the news yesterday? Now they're saying the tryptophan in the turkey is not what makes you tired on Thanksgiving. They're saying, oh, it's not that. It's the fact that you ate like a pig. You stuffed yourself and everything else, the pies and the calories and stuff. That's what makes you tired. I don't know. All of a sudden you're changing. I always thought it was too much turkey, the stuff in the turkey. Now they're saying, no, 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 no. It's because you stuffed yourself. That's why you feel like sleeping on the couch during the football game. I don't know. Everything's changing, right? I go back to the later bus. Okay. So you guys, well, Bud left. I don't know what Katie is, but I will say from the dogs to you and for me, happy Thanksgiving. And have a good one. Have a nice Wednesday. If you're traveling, be safe, okay? Uh, and that's about it. And listen to some Hall and Oates to that. At least we have the records, right? We have the music. Well, hopefully they get together. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Take care. Bye bye. Happy Thanksgiving.